Well, that about wraps it up. I'm positive you two will make fantastic assistant principals here at Mickey Grove High School. Anytime you have any questions, feel free to just knock on my door.
I can't tell you how excited I am, Principal Kind. This is my first time being hired as a principal. And I won't let you down. Me as well. I'm ready to put my sleeves up and get to work.
And just one thing before you leave. I just had a contentious meeting with the superintendent about the amount of detention the school has given out in the past few years. So I'll need you to consider a last resort.
How much of a last resort?
A very last resort. I don't mean to bore you with all the details. Just know that the superintendent was very alarmed by the amount of detention the school has given out. So alarmed, in fact, he immediately fired my old assistant principals and threatened that he would shut down the school if this trend continued.
Wow. Is that why the previous assistant principal got fired? Did they really have that many detentions?
They did. Yes, a lot. I'm sure sometimes you have a student like Damien Birch, who's such a creepy degenerate that there's just no other way to get through to him. He's the worst, the absolute worst student I've ever seen. Give him enough detentions to keep him away from the rest of the student body.
Wow. He's really that bad?
Damien's a thug, but otherwise this should be avoided at all costs. I've been given a strict quota, 20 detentions. That's it. That's all we're allowed to give. If we go over 20 by a single detention, well, I don't even want to think about that.
So here we are again. Yeah, the principal office. Again. You want to stop getting into fights, Grom? You get into fights every week. Yeah, I do. Every week. So, I will stop. You have to stop, Grom.
All right.
You can't just punch your way through.
Maybe I can.
No, you can't. All right. So you're not going to get into any more fights?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Grom, I need to hear you say the words. I really don't want to give you detention.
Yeah, I don't want that either. That says I can't take any more taekwondo lessons if I get detention again.
Oh, good. I hear martial arts are good for helping teens channel their aggression issues.
Yeah, I heard that too. It's also gonna bring kicking into my bullying repertoire. I'm really good at punching mean kids, but if I added kicks into the mix, whoa, there's a whole other level.
Just promise me no more fights.
Yeah, that's what you said.
All right, well, you can. Hi, I heard you wanted to see me. Yeah, I was just finishing up with
A predetermined meeting with you, our country interrupted.
now.
What did I do now?
You will not to get into a fight.
Well, he was interrupting our meeting. He was gone.
In room 2-1B all week.
You're going back to punch Felix
Yes.
right in his stupid face.
Exactly why.
Well, I'm probably going to get into a fight with somebody else. Probably punch someone in the face. Oh gosh, maybe I could go to therapy. I'm not going to do yours. Maybe I should go back.
Yes, please go. Something's wrong with you.
Nah, I'm just going to punch someone in the face. See you guys later, Princy. Hey, Jessica, I'm ready for the
This cheating has to stop. I've got complaints from the English, science, and French teachers that are blatantly cheating on tests.
I agree. Cheating is not only wrong, but corrosive behavior of science. Regret my actions. Please accept my heartfelt apology.
Graham,
Yes?
are you really cheating on your apology to me?
I agree. Cheating is not only wrong, but corrosive behavior too.
Bonnie. Yes? Well, we've had a lot of complaints. Oh yeah? From who? From every teacher you have. Every single one. About your eating. My eating's a problem. Yes, Bonnie, you're not allowed to eat in class. I'm not. No, you're not. And I see it's becoming an issue here. A distraction to your teachers and classmates.
Yo.
Why don't we start with you giving me all those cookies? I feel like I'm not getting your attention with. Bonnie? I'm hearing everything you're saying. Finish the cookie. To stop eating in class. Yeah? Yes, Bonnie, you're not allowed to eat in class. Yes, but it's a school, Bonnie. You just keep food in your pockets. On Wednesday, Wednesday is a doctor, and there are little packets with. Bonnie, I just can't even understand you. Can you? Why can't you understand me? Stop eating. While you're at it, take out all the fruit from your pockets.
Oh my God.
Danish, Anna, because I don't want you eating for the rest of our meeting.
Mommy, this is absurd. Now, unless you can promise me you won't eat or bring food into class, I will have to give you detention for a month. I know this is harsh, but I feel like you'll help me with no other option. I feel like I have no other way to get through to you. However, it is my hope that we won't come to that. If you're willing to listen to a reason, I'll give you one final chance. The choice is yours. School or snacks. You can't have both. You have to decide what's more important. Snacks. I choose snacks. Detention for a month. I regret nothing.
Look, I know my appointment with you isn't until tomorrow, but I know what it's about. So I figured I'd come here on my own accord and get this over with. I'm not blind. I may not be the most popular student at this school, but I'm well aware of the trends, the ongoing, and the gossip. And I know that you are dedicating and prodding students for their respective malfeasances. So I thought I'd come up front with you, look you in the eye, and tell you that any and every rumor you've heard about me is false. I did not do it. I did not bribe the judges at this year's annual science fest. I'm innocent. Innocent. I mean, what do you even have on me? But hearsay, eyewitness, Corey Belchman, Eleanor Fisk, so-called lovers of science. If that's so, why did they both choose to make a volcano for this year's annual science fair? If you ask me, they were more likely to bribe the science fair judges than I. I mean, why would I even sabotage an event that I was destined to win anyway? My findings are going to be published in the Transcendental Journal of Science and Research. Because who would even think of trying to attempt such an ambitious endeavor as my mapping of the genomes of seahorses? All right, I did it. I bribed the judges at this year's annual fest. I bribed them all. Happy? And I would do it again. Because if you think I would
why you got sent here? It says that you get chronic and non spoiler alerts. I don't even know what that means. But every teacher has complained about you. Your English teacher, spoiler alert, Ravina dies at the end of Harry Potter. And your drama teacher, spoiler alert, Romeo and Juliet both die at the end of the play. And your chemistry teacher, spoiler alert, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. Spoiler alert, the British take everything and everyone dies at the end. Spoiler alert. Sport. Spoiler alert. France wins the 2018 World Cup. Even your model United Nations have complained that you do this. Spoiler alert. Iran and US eventually stop fighting. Obviously, you're very bright. I think this is just a matter of you respecting the teacher's authority and speaking when you've been called on. Do you think you can do that? Spoiler alert, no. Come on! I'm under some pretty severe restrictions. And it'll be easier if I don't give you detention. Spoiler alert, you're going to. Run! You know what will happen if I have to suspend you? Spoiler alert, the school's budget gets cut in half and you lose your job. What? How could you possibly? Look, whatever. I'm not gonna let that happen. I mean, what would my children do if I lost my job? Spoiler alert, your husband makes more money than you. So you become a stay-at-home mom and work on your passion project, writing and playing music. I haven't picked up a guitar in years. Gosh, I really do miss it. You saying I have shot? Spoiler alert, no. My spoiler as encouraging advice and blow all your savings on an expensive demo only a handful of people would buy. Mostly your relatives. No, come on. I have a lot of talent. I'm sure I could sell a few CDs. Spoiler alert, no one buys CDs. This is a prime example of why you'll never succeed in this. Oh, why are you this way? Spoiler alert, it's a gift/curse I'll never fully understand. Just go to detention right now! Could you call in the next student and please tell them to behave? Spoiler alert, the next few students aren't going to behave. I think we'll be able to solve this without any phone interruption. Good, I agree. Because frankly, I like your intentions. Selling Girl Scout cookies on behalf of your sister is a pretty selfless thing to do. But you just can't do it. You just can't do it during class. I see. So, in an agreement, you will stop trying to sell cookies during class? Tell me, what is it that you see? And look at this box. Cookies! See, this is exactly the problem with Girl Scout cookies. Most girls, when they go door to door, rely on the colorful box or genetic predisposition to sugar to sell it for them. But I think the draw of a Girl Scout cookie is something much deeper. I mean, if you really wanted a cookie, why not get Art Oreo, a Chips Ahoy, maybe something from Pepperidge Farm? Why waste your money on something so interchangeable? Okay, I have to. You're a pretty convincing saleswoman, but I understand you didn't bring me in here to hear my sales pitch for Thin Mints or Dosios. You brought me in here to give me a fair warning about my personal behavior. Isn't that right? That's right. Because ideally, what you'd really want is for me to exhibit the best possible version of myself in every class I attend. Yes, I do. impossible dream, the warm dawn of a possible tomorrow, long forgotten by the harsh realities of a hard-fought life. Girl Scouts, not just dessert, but the best possible version of yourself in every box. I will be buying 15 of these chocolate cookies and 7 of these milk cookies. But you are also getting detention. Pleasure doing business with you. Hey Randy, why don't you take a seat? Oh, okay, sure. So, Randy, do you know why you were called into my office?
Not really.
Really? Not even a clue.
No. I think of myself pretty straightforward on most things. I don't get into fights. I don't talk back to teachers. Oh, I have a 3.6 GPA.
What about?
Oh, I have a lot of extracurricular activities.
Right. And you don't think one of your extracurriculars got you sent to the principal's office?
I thought students were encouraged to take extracurricular activities.
You are, but let's go through this list and see if anyone stand out to me. In full of the investigation.
Okay, sure.
Here is a list of your after-school activities, which I have to admit is a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, JV basketball.
Yep.
Assistant editor to the school newspaper.
Yep.
Model United Nations.
Uh-huh.
Picture jazz flute.
Yep.
The Gallery of Thespians.
Yep.
Habitat for Humanity.
That one too.
Maths League Vice President.
Yeah.
Treasurer of the Student Council.
Yeah.
And founder and star quarterback for the cat football league. The football league where you started to use live cats at football.
I'm sorry, I don't see the issue. I don't see why I was called in here. Oh, aren't you forgetting show choir? I'm performing in Disney World this year.
Show choir is not why you're in trouble.
Oh,
Any other thoughts?
Detention, maybe?
The cat football league. The football league where you start to use live cats instead of football.
No, I'm sorry. I do not see the issue.
Live cats as footballs. Live cats.
Well, I think it's generally agreed that one flaw in football is that it doesn't have appendages. Nor does it make a high-pitched squealing sound when you throw it. I believe it was John Madden who first said,
No one ever thought of that. Look, you play cat football on this school's property. I will give you and everyone on the team detention.
I see. I don't agree with your limited thinking, but I do respect it authority. The NCFL will no longer use cats.
Thanks. Thanks.
Wait!
Yep. Yonit is going to use a different animal to play.
Oh yes! Puppies or hamsters maybe.
Randy, I think Okay. Chauncey. Chauncey? Yeah? Wait,
Please.
what?
Stop.
Yeah, please.
Please stop fixing.
Oh, you don't want your flaws?
No, I don't.
You.
So, I've got a lot of complaints about your behavior. Yeah, behavior. Oh, that's me. Chauncey, allergies. What are you gonna do? Use a tissue. Oh, yeah? Do you have one? Chauncey, you need to stop being such a disgusting kid all the time. Teachers, parents, random strangers who just seen you on the street have sent me emails. I don't know how it got this bad, but and I don't understand why didn't anybody practice shame or teach you into having Chauncey! What? I was trying to rub the mucus off my shirt. So I tried wetting the tissue. And then guess what happened? Chauncey, you need to stop being such a disgusting kid all the time. Okay? Chauncey, I don't know how you've gotten this far in life with such horrid hygiene habits. And I don't understand why didn't anybody even teach you? But Chauncey, why are you picking your ear and belly button like that? Because you said I needed to be clean up. So I'm picking up all the gunk that built up in my funny ear and putting it in my belly button. Chauncey, just go to detention now and don't come back until you learn some hygiene and manners. This may be the grossest thing I have ever seen. This is nothing. You should see me.
So, Bob, do you know why you're here? No. Then why don't you have Stop moving. Can I please move? I'm gonna fall. Okay, fine. But just don't move forward, backwards, or sideways. And just don't move your arms and legs. Just sit in that chair. Yes, ma'am! After this incident, you still have no idea why you're in what you would call my office. Okay, I'll tell you. It's about you breaking everything. Oh, that's why! And I'm sure you don't mean to, but it's becoming a very big issue. I'm sorry, how is it an issue? I mean, can't you just fix them? You broken a window during your PE class just because you kicked a football the wrong way. How do you expect someone to fix a broken window? I don't know. Tape? No. Glue? No. Super glue? No. You cannot fix a broken window. Okay. You've also broken a globe and ripped a map in your geography class. Yes, that was an accident. I know. But detention or a week. So you're telling me that I won't get detention if I don't break any student stuff? Huh? Huh? No, you have detention tomorrow. But if you break one more thing, it's detention for a week. Okay, bye, principal. That's it, Bob. Detention for a week. Sorry, principal. What in God's name is wrong with you two? What is the one thing I said I didn't want you to do?
But you didn't tell us how horrible these students are. I mean, they're the most disgusting, pathetic, ruthless, dumb, heartless, and hygienic students I've ever seen. I mean, the kid Chauncey, I thought I was going to grow up. So gross. This school student body is a disaster.
I know it's a disaster. You think I don't know these students? It's like the perfect vortex of silly and ruthless children all coming together in the same 4 years with the sole purpose of giving me an ulcer. It's an epidemic, but it doesn't excuse for the fact that we're under strict orders from the superintendent.
Well, we can expel some of these students. That way we wouldn't be fired.
No, absolutely not. He hates expulsions way more than he hates detention. Don't expel anyone.
Well, what does he expect us to do?
He expects us not to suspend or expel anyone. If he gave us 20 detentions, so no.
Well, you see, that's not so bad. I mean, I only gave out 5. I gave out
Stop this nonsense, Damon. You may have fooled my assistant for a while, but you sure don't fool me.
Alright?
Just be quiet. Viper, just be quiet. I don't want to be trying the woods again. Viper, be quiet. So, I'm in a bind regarding detention. And as much as I'm willing to make a deal with you. So here it is. I'll let you get away with some of the stuff you love doing. Consequence free. Meaning no detentions, no expulsions, not even a stern towel. In exchange, you will not do anything else for the rest of the year.
Seems reasonable.
In exchange for your cooperation, I will allow you to give out unlimited noogies and wedgies to anyone in the chest. The vandalization of any teacher's car in Lot B. And unlimited joke making in the back row of either a foreign language or an art elective of your choice.
Throw in Mario and the bullying, soccer field with vandalism, and you've got yourself a deal.
I will give you Mono UN and English, but not chemistry. Final offer.
Deal.
Well, you see, that wasn't so bad, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the art of negotiation, my friends. Even a thug like Damien will listen to reason if you show him that you're listening as well. Maybe it was just all in your head of some kind.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's not easy being in school.
Attention students, attention. This is Damien Bridge. I have an announcement to make. I think Principal Kind has lost her mind. She said I can do whatever I want and not get in trouble. My guess is they're under orders from someone. Or maybe she's been hypnotized. Point is, do whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want. The detention is dead. Chaos rules. And I, the newly appointed principal, David Birch. Now, excuse me. I have some lockers to ruin, a trophy case to vandalize, and a kid in a Wookiee mask to talk. Seize the day! And by that, do something illegal. David, out.
I really don't like Damien.
Yeah, we know!
Mia and Asmi and Smera, take a bow, ladies. The first kid on stage was the very punchy Gronk. Come on out, Gronk. And Bob the Breaker, that's Amay. Next on stage, William Hoffman and the kid who cheats, Graham. Come up on stage. Put your hands together for the girl who could not stop eating Bonnie. And Ellen, of course. This is Rihanna. The very, very disgusting Chauncey. And he also played Roz. Where are you, Shlok?
Spoiler alert, you're going to club now.
Did I miss someone? No, I did not. All right. Oh, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, Damien
Puppies or hamsters?
Puppies or hamsters, alright. To introduce the cast of stage parents, I want to call on stage Kushi. Come on up, Kushi.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being such a great audience. For those of you who did not laugh at our jokes, we've hired cocoons to hunt you down. And, of course, joking. Not. We need you to put your hands together for the cast of stage parents. This cast has seen all kinds of challenges for over 6 months. Change of roles, actors have been stuck overseas, those who could not make it on show day, and many new lines. But, as they say, the show must go on. Woohoo! First things first. Put your hands together for the students of Amanda and Miss Robin's play That Never Happened. Playing Tina, Alexa, and Gia, Yashri and Shreya. Next up, the parents who are completely fictional and have no resemblance to any person alive or not. She has her own set of designs, costume design, poster design, play design. Give it up for Nandana! Driving Justin's mom. Next, she's all about yoga and the stretching. Janisha! She comes attached with snacks, a water bottle, organic makeup, and free advice. Put your hands together for Kirtana! These two teachers had the hardest job today, playing Amanda and Robin, Kirtana and Shrirada. And let's not forget the mom who played. Let's not forget the mom who had a PhD of candy. Me!
Wonderful. Thank you guys. Take a bow. You deserve it. All right. Well, as you can imagine, every single one of those cookies had to be bought. Every single one of these props had to be created. The set had to be put on stage, and you saw how fast that happened, from sanitizing your hands at the door to making sure the stage looks the way it does. It's all the kids. We've got a bunch of senior Hive students who've been students of the Hive for a couple of years now, who manage all things backstage. So can I please ask the backstage crew to come on out? That is Vepunasiyoni and Arya, Nidhi, Mahira, Rohan, Ria, Mishi, Rashi, and Abhira. Take a bow, guys. Take a bow. And of course, the incredible team of the Hive, this all-woman super team of bees. Let's start with the woman who's been on makeup and costume and calls with you guys, Natasha! The real CEO of the Hive, ladies and gentlemen. She deserves a standing ovation. Jana! She is everything. Head of sets, head of costumes, head of sales, head of admin, head of accounts. She's pretty much the head of everything. Our wonderful drama teacher in the wings, in the left wing, right? Alba! The only sanity in all the chaos. A new member of the Hive for the last 6 months. You've probably seen her around as you drop your kids off. Deepika On lights up here, we have Alia. Alia, thank you so much. But of course, the kind, the patient, the calm, the wonderful Huda Baldar, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! 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 All right. Also, let's give a big round of applause to Vishnu and Liz, who are the ones taking all these videos and pictures that are going to be posted. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You really have been a wonderful audience. But before we let you go, we just want to remind you of a couple of things. So, first things first. How amazing is this team, right? Yeah, but it's not just these kids. She actually wrote one of the scenes for her sister's play Detention. Yeah. Abigail used to sit around for class between 10 and 11, but she liked the play so much that she just stayed for later. So Abigail, who's been up prom, come on up, Abigail. Welcome to the team. Important it is to go on stage and everybody doing monologues and they're so excited about having all these lines that they want to memorize, and it's collaboration and safety and this feeling like we are just one team, right? And no matter what mistakes happen on stage, nobody else knows because they're covering up for one another so beautifully and they have each other's back all the time. And many places can teach you how to be loud and be confident and stand up on stage and be in the limelight, but not a lot of places can say that they teach kids what it feels like to be in a safe space and have each other's back. And for that, I am so grateful to all of you. From the infinite number of tiny things that backstage crew has gone to day for, to every single line that got missed or skipped and nobody mentioned it, but they just moved the play on, to the number of challenges that these kids had to go through. We initially, for stage parents, we had a cast of 14 and they're down to, I think, 8 or 9 today. So, I mean, there's constant changes, it's constantly moving, but they just adapt. And in big corporates, you talk about agility and adaptability. Well, that's where it's learned. That's where it's learned. So incredibly proud. Wait, I made notes also. 1 minute. Yeah, okay. For many of these kids, this is their first time on stage. So who's been on stage for the very first time today? Can you put your hands up? Give it up for them, guys! All right. We just want to take a bow and thank you so much for the patience that you've had as parents. We know it's tiring. We know that you're standing outside that Hive door going, dude, what do you need 4 hours for? It's like a 10-page script, man. Get over it. But it takes a lot of hard work. So thank you for your patience and your kindness and your support. The few things we must remind you of is the Hive Summer Camp is starting on the 5th of July and going on until school reopens. But if we don't see you in the summer, we can't wait to have you guys back in September when there'll be yet another term and more pieces and more stories and more fun to be had at the Hive. And oh yes, see this. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to Igloo for sponsoring the show. There is free ice cream outside for everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a bow. Woohoo! Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you.